Hi guys, so we're just at the halfway stage of the Transat CIC at the moment, and Boris on board Malizia Sea Explorer is currently racing in 5th place, right next to 4th, which is Initiative Skier over here, and 1st place, Johan Rischem on Arkeer Paprec is about 50 or 60 miles ahead, so all to play for. We're going to take a look at the weather up until the finish. The finish is sort of expected in 3 or 4 days or so, there's potentially a few options to catch up still and to decide the podium. So currently the fleet has been sailing around this low pressure, very intense low pressure here, and there's sort of been a unanimous decision to jibe towards the center of the low to get the best shift from the east to the north wind, and now that will allow the fleet to sail directly towards the finish and towards the west. But we can see over here in the west where the finish is, we've got this band of light wind pressure. It's actually a small low developing, which is going to be heading towards the fleet. And in 24 hours or so, we can see that the fleet up here is going to be directly above this low pressure and this light, messy wind. So the strategy will probably be to sail very close to the exclusion zone here, the cetacean exclusion zone. You're not actually allowed to enter it, but you can sail as close as you want. So probably we'll see the fleet doing lots of maneuvers, jibing back and forth to stay in the best wind and to avoid this much more messy, less favourable winds over here. But by the time we get to the end of the weekend, we can see that this low pressure system will have moved off to the east, while the fleet is still sailing to the west. And the next feature just before the finish is going to be this big band of high pressure and sort of quite a long extended ridge. And with it brings very light winds that the fleet are going to have to sail to get to the finish. So firstly, we'll probably see the fleet compress together as the boat behind sail in this nice northeasterly wind still, and the boats ahead start to end up in this lighter wind. But what will happen during the course of Sunday night and Monday is this high pressure ridge will move over towards the east, and this new southeasterly wind will fill in. So the boats that are ahead should manage to reach the finish first, but definitely all still to play for now. Expect to see a bit of compression before the finish, and the podium is far from decided, so let's see how Boris on board Malizia Sea Explorer gets on. Cheers.